another video. It is me, Desiree, and from the sight of this trash can up on my table, you know it is time for empties. So I'm just going to talk about all the products I finished up this month, what I loved, what I hated, what I'm going to buy again, all that kind of stuff. And it's interesting to me whenever I do these videos because the stuff at the top is the newest stuff I just used. It's fresh in my mind. I remember it. And then as I start taking things out, once I get to the bottom, I'm like, I used that? I completely forgot it existed. So I'm also curious to see what is in the bottom of this bin because I don't remember. So right here on the top, the Soap & Glory Fig Body Wash. I showed this in a haul recently. This is the new scent they have. It's called Fresh as Fig. I just used this up this morning and I freaking love it. Oh my goodness. It's dripping water everywhere. I thought I wiped it off. Anyway. Oh my goodness. When I first smelled this, I didn't smell the fig that much. I wanted it to be a little bit stronger, and I still feel it could be just a tad bit stronger, which is weird because Soap & Glory usually makes their scents very strong. So for this one to be as kind of mild as it is was kind of weird to me. Oh, it smells so good. It's fig, like it has fig, you could tell it's in there, but it's also a little bit floral. It's really good. It's lovely. If you like fig, I think you'll like this, but I used it up really quickly. I think I started and finished this body wash this month, if not in the last 2 weeks. I feel like I used it up really fast, but I would totally buy it again. I just loved it, although it could have been a little stronger. And it says fig and lemon blossom. Maybe that's the floral that I'm smelling? I don't smell lemon at all. It's not citrusy at all. Maybe the lemon blossom is a little bit of a floral scent. But also it says here, featuring a built-in body lotion. Leave skin feeling silky, soft, and hydrated. I never noticed a body lotion feel from this. I never used this and then felt like I didn't need to put lotion on. Yeah, anyway, that's one of the claims, although I don't think they really delivered on that claim, but it smells so good. And my skin did feel really good and nourished, didn't feel dry. I just always like to put lotion on. Okay, moving on to the E-Nature Squeeze Green Watery Toner. I loved this. This had been on my wish list of to try products for what feels like forever. I feel like it had been at least a couple, if not a few years that I've been wanting to try this. And I was so happy when I finally got it. And you know what? I loved it. So on the back it says, skin drink with a shot of chlorophyll and leafy greens such as parsley and kale. And when I first used this, it smells like a fresh cut salad. You know what it smells like? I have something in my eye. That's what it smells like. Hold on. I feel like there's a tiny piece of lint. You know when it sticks to like your eyelash and lays onto your eyeball? I feel like, I thought I had it. Anyway, what was I talking about? The Squeeze Green Watery Toner. This smells like a big leaf of kale that you're ripping off of the rib and then like squishing it to make a salad. That's what this smells like. I loved it so much. Like I would love this in a body spray. It doesn't smell perfumey or anything. The ingredients are not on the back, so I don't remember if it had added fragrance. I think this came in a box if I remember correctly. So I don't know if it was an added fragrance. It didn't smell like one to me, but this was the wateriest, kind of thinnest toner that I've used in a while. Lately I've been using some that have a little more body and slip and silkiness to them. They almost feel like a serum. This one did feel like you were splashing water on your face from a Neutrogena. Like when you go like this, it does kind of splash. And I don't know what it was just kind of satisfying. It wasn't splashing like it was wasting it, but it would just kind of splash into your hand and you could splash it onto your face. I did use this on my whole body multiple times. I loved it, and I'm glad it lived up to all of my expectations. That being said, what about it again? Yes, I would. I'd buy it again. I missed it right away when I used it up. I think I used this up yesterday. It's very, very thin, very watery, no body to it whatsoever. You could layer this up, I don't know, 10 times and it won't feel like it's too much on your skin. I did layer this twice, pretty much every time that I used it, and it was wonderful. I would totally buy that again, and I miss it already. I gotta bring this back up here. All right, next up, the Sleep Shower Steamers from Nature's Beauty. I only bought these because they were on clearance. They were like 90 cents or something. I thought they were less than $1. And I like the idea of these. They're kind of a little disc that you get wet just for a little bit while you have the shower running, and then you move it to like the back of the shower or to the front, not under direct stream of water, not where it's gonna get constantly bombarded with water because it'll just dissolve way too quickly. And with the water and the heat, it's supposed to like steam with the steam of the shower and create like an aromatherapy type of thing. But if I'm being honest here, I didn't notice one time that I used these. Every time I put one in the shower, I forgot it was in there because I never smelled it. It smelled like nothing. But over here it says, for the best aromatic experience, use hot water. I don't know what they mean by hot water, but I love taking a boiling hot shower, but I still wouldn't describe it as only hot water. Like it's still warm, just on the extreme side of warm. But no matter how hot the water was, this never worked. It never did anything. And the only shower steamers I've ever actually noticed a difference with were the Vicks ones. I think it's just because it's so strong and menthol-y, but these did nothing at all. Well, it was a waste of $1, to be honest. That's mean, huh? Anyway, a little supplement sample from Hum Nutrition. This is the Here Comes the Sun. It's their D3, the high potency D3 supplement. I used to get Hum Nutrition delivered to my house on a subscription every single month. I really like this brand. I like the supplements. I like the ingredients they use. They're vegan. Not all of them are vegan, but this one is vegan. And I really like them a lot. They never bugged my stomach or anything. But it's freaking expensive to get this every single month because pretty much all of their supplements are in 30-day increments. So you have to get it every single month. And it's a lot cheaper just to go to the store and get like a 200 count bottle of something that'll last half of the year, if not longer. So as much as I like this brand, I still buy their supplements here and there, but I did stop the subscription. I stopped it actually a long time ago, maybe over a year, if not longer. But I got this little sample and I was like, I like it. I like it. I don't know. Anyway, it's a bougie supplement brand, but I like them. This was from Able Skincare. This was the anti-aging and retexturing and resurfacing duo moisturizer. I'm sure I got this in a subscription box of some sort. I actually have another one of these already that I'm sure I got in a subscription box too. This was fine. I didn't really like love it or not love it. The only thing I didn't love is the fragrance. It smells good, but it gives me such a bad headache. And I was only using this at night, so if I'm putting it on, I'm going about my evening, I'm sleeping with this on, the scent would drive me absolutely nuts. So I ended up only using this on the neck and like this area here. And it was fine. I would never like look this up to buy it myself. I'll use up the other one that I have, but it was okay. I never really noticed a difference when I used it and when I did it. I used another Epsom salt. Of course, I'm obsessed with Epsom salts. This is the Walgreens, just their basic regular one. And it was fine. It was fine. It didn't have any scent to it whatsoever. I use it whenever I would use like a different bath bomb or something that would scent up and do some bubbles. This was okay. I buy it again. It was fine. But I think I really like the Epsom salts to have a little something to them. I think I have one in here empty from Dr. Teal's. So far, Dr. Teal's has been my favorite one. I think they're the most like readily available at any store, pretty much carries them. And there's a ton of brands that make Epsom salts, but Dr. Teal's I think does the salt the best and the scents. None of them have been overwhelming for me. They all feel so comforting and lovely. So when I used this, I was like, that's it. Anyway, it was fine. And I did buy another one already. I didn't give it a glowing review, but I bought another one. It's fine to have those like workhorse utilitarian products, and that's one of them. This is from Aveeno, the Skin Relief Moisture Repair Cream. I kept this at work next to where I sit in the office, and I used it every single day, multiple times a day on my hands. It's in a tub. I don't know why, because it was not a thick lotion. It was not an ointment that you had to like get in there. This was super thin and watery. Like you could just move it like this and the lotion will move back and forth. If you tipped it, it would pour right out. So it was really weird to use this because I would use it like this and I get like my fingers bent and I tap it like that, and whatever stuck to my fingers, that's what I put on my hands. Because it was so watery, it easily could have been in a pump bottle. It was weird that they put it in here. Anyway, it was great. I loved it, and I haven't had it for like 2 or 3 days now, and I miss it because I'm so used to going in there and getting some every time I wash my hands. And today I didn't have anything, and I'm like, what do I do with my life now? I like having something like this to sit at the desk where I work because it's nice to moisturize my hands throughout the day. If you work in retail and you're washing your hands a million times a day, you gotta put lotion on all the time. This is the CeraVe Hydrating Toner. This took a long time to use up, even though it's like just a regular size toner, probably, 200 mils. I was like, probably 150 mils. 200 ml bottle. I used this morning and night, and I also layered this up multiple times. It felt really good on the skin. I mentioned this in a video back in February, and like products I love but won't repurchase. This is one of them. It's good, it's basic. I really don't think anyone would have anything bad to say about this one. It made my skin feel really good. It's got ceramides in it. It's just a good basic hydrating toner, and I think it's wonderful. Easily available at pretty much any drugstore that sells CeraVe would probably have this, and I think that's kind of cool because I don't see a lot of drugstore brands doing hydrating toners. They mostly still do astringent type toners, like where it strips your skin of all its oil and stuff. So I think that's pretty cool. CeraVe came out with this. I wouldn't go out of my way to buy this anytime soon, but I wouldn't hate it if I found it on sale and bought it again. It was fine. It was actually good. It was actually really good, but basic. I have the Soap & Glory Glow Your Mind Cleansing Balm. So far, this is my favorite, my go-to. I buy it all the time. This is what it looks like here. And I think this is awesome. It's so good. It's a great bang for your buck. I think it's $11 or $14, I don't know, but you get a lot in here, and I feel like I get a lot of uses out of this too. The only thing with this, I don't know if I really noticed it with the other ones, but with this one particularly, it smelled awful. It doesn't have any fragrance, but this one smelled like oil or a mechanic's garage or something. It smelled so weird and chemically. The last couple of uses were like, why does it smell like that? Maybe I just never noticed it before, but it is unscented and it smells like it was unscented chemically. Just a heads up, it doesn't have added fragrance, but it still stinks, you know. But it works really good. Right now I'm using the one from Real Techniques and I freaking love it. I love it so much. I'm almost done with it. It'll be in next month's Empties video, but I think I'm gonna repurchase that one over this one. Just for now, just for now. I wanna see if I get the value and the price and all that kind of stuff, but it's really good so far. I used up one of my favorite things of all time from Bath & Body Works. This is the French Lavender and Honey Ultra Shea Body Cream. You know how there are just some scents that you will never get sick of? This is one of them. I cannot believe after all the years, I feel like I've had my whole life I've been using this, but it's probably been, I don't know, 5 years that I've been using this now. I love it so freaking much. It's the only scent I've ever really loved from Bath & Body Works. I've tried a couple of their other things. I've gotten stuff as gifts and stuff, and they're fine. The formula is fine too as a lotion, but the scent, this is the best one. So of course, they retired it a long time ago. They did bring it back for a short period of time, but back when they were first retiring the fragrance, this one on sale for $5 and I bought 10 of them and I have 2 left. I have 2 left. I'm gonna savor them. I'm gonna savor them, and I actually just checked Bath & Body Works recently to see if they brought it back by chance. They have not. Like it's just the best. It's so good. It's soft and fruity and floral, but very mild. It also smells like clean laundry. It's so freaking good. So of course I discontinued it. Anyway, I'm not even that bitter, okay? Moving on. This is the Trader Joe's Cleansing and Conditioning Hair Wash. I was kind of shocked at how much I liked this because this is one of those non-foaming shampoo type of things. And I bought this because I had used up the Christoph Robin one. He makes a cleansing conditioner type of thing that I freaking love. Oh my goodness, it's so good, but it's like $50. It's very expensive to buy it all the time. So when Trader Joe's came out with this, I was like, ooh, I bet that's gonna be really good. It's grapefruit and mint, and I kind of hate grapefruit scented anything. This did not smell like grapefruit. Like if it didn't say grapefruit, I wouldn't even have thought this had grapefruit in it. It really just felt like minty, but in a little, like a mild way. It wasn't super invigorating or anything, but they put the mint in there so you feel like it's working, because otherwise you'll just think you put conditioner on your hair. But I absolutely loved this. I would buy this again. I used this on the days like right when I dyed my hair. I didn't want to wash with shampoo all the time. So, but I needed to wash my hair. My roots were super greasy and stuff. So I would get a big glob of this, and it feels just like you're putting conditioner on or like a hair mask. Big old glob, rub it all into my scalp and really good into the roots. Really give it like a nice massage, and then I let it sit there throughout the entire shower. At the end of the shower, I put my head back in the water, and then I move it around like this and really kind of froth it up and foam it up, and then I would rinse it off. My hair would feel super clean, conditioned, lovely. The oil was really gone from my roots. It cleans really good without stripping your hair, and I freaking loved it. I loved it so much. I have so much shampoo to use. Oh my gosh, I have no business buying this again, but I really like having an option like this for those days when I don't want to use shampoo, but I still want to clean my hair. This was so good. So, so good. This is the Mario Badescu facial spray with aloe, adaptogens, and coconut water. So I've tried pretty much all of these sprays from Mario Badescu over the years, and this is the only one I have found to be like good. The other ones, they genuinely feel and smell like water with dye and fragrance in it. Like it's not beneficial for your face at all. And I don't need it to be honest. Like I love a facial spray. It could literally just be water and I'll think it's the best thing ever. But those ones I never really like loved, but I liked this one a lot, and I bought this because of Kelly Driscoll. She said she really liked this one. I think she talked about it like in a favorite facial sprays video or something, and I was like, I gotta get it. And you know what? It was good. It had a really mild, fresh water kind of scent to it. I love spraying this on after I got out of the shower, which is when I like to use a facial spray. And I would buy this one again, but I don't want to right now. There's other sprays I really want to try. But I am going to refill this bottle with one I'm using right now that I got in a subscription box, because the spray on that one is god-awful. So I'm going to pour it into this one. But I liked this. I liked it a lot. It was nice, felt refreshing, a tiny bit hydrating on the skin. It was nothing really like life-changing, but it was good. And I'd buy it again. I just don't need to right now. Ooh, one of my favorite moisturizers. I mean, look at this packaging. Isn't it cool? This is from Laneige. This is their Water Bank Blue Hyaluronic Cream Moisturizer. I first tried this in a sample last year, and I was crazy about it. The texture on this feels luxury. It feels like a luxury moisturizer should feel. I don't consider Laneige a luxury moisturizer, but it is a little more expensive than your average drugstore moisturizer would be. But I freaking love it. Oh my god. The scent that they use on this line is so freaking good. Oh, it smells so comforting. I love it. Anyway, love the moisturizer a lot. This is what it looks like in case you want to see it empty. I love this moisturizer a lot. I have another one going right now in my bathroom. It's the little like half size of this one. I got it in a little trial set. It's wonderful. The texture is so freaking beautiful. Like it made me fall in love with the product with just the texture, but it does work. It feels like it's going to be thick when you first put it on, but it sinks in nicely. It thins out as you spread it across your skin, and like the warmth of your fingertips really warm it up. It's perfect. I love it. I bought another one, or I bought the trial size, and I love it so much. I don't want to be without it. It's great. Dang, I got a lot of stuff in here. At the beginning of the video, I was talking about how I'm going to be surprised about the stuff that's in here. This face wash from Neostrata, this is their foaming glycolic wash. I love this so freaking much. I got this in a subscription box. I already got another one. It's so lovely. So it's a foaming face wash, which makes it last forever because you only get like 2 pumps and it's like this much, and then when you move it between your hands it continues to foam. I used this in the morning as my like morning cleanser because I didn't have makeup on or anything, and I like to use something like this just to kind of wash off drool that's all over my face and skincare that's been sitting there all night. I've tried to get on board with just washing my face with water, and I can't do it. I can't do it. I just feel better with a little bit of cleanser, and this was so awesome. I felt like it lasted months and months and months, and it did, and I did get another one. It was great. So it's got glycolic acid in it, which helps chemically exfoliate your skin gently over time, especially in a face wash. But one thing I was curious about with this one is because on the box of this anyway, it says that it's for experienced glycolic acid users. And I thought, that's gonna be the strongest face wash of all time. But you know what? At least for me, it was very gentle. And there were times when I would wash my face and kind of let it sit there for a little bit because I thought maybe the glycolic acid will get a little more time to work on my skin. And my skin was so freaking soft and smooth. I loved this a lot. I even unscrewed it and poured out whatever was left in my hand. Missed it so much. I bought another one. It's amazing. Never irritated my skin, never dried it out, never felt like I was over exfoliating my skin. Although they did say this was for experienced users. Maybe I'm an experienced user, so that's why I didn't notice this really hurting my skin or making it feel dry. But this for me felt good everyday use and I loved it so much. Loved it. This was from Gloss Moderne, the Clean Luxury Hair Mask. So this pretty much was like a glob of coconut oil in a hair mask. It smells like coconut, smelled really good. I did find this to be very, very heavy on my hair. There were times when I loved it. Like I feel like I've gone back and forth with this over the course of this tube. There were times I loved it, but for the most part, I would only use it on this part of my hair, like the very bottom driest part, because if I put it anywhere else, I felt like it was always weighing it down. It felt really good and nourished and moisturized, but a little heavy on my hair. And if I got this anywhere near my roots, it was gonna grease up my scalp so bad. So most of the time with hair masks, I usually only go from like right here down, but sometimes I want a hair mask on my whole head. This one is not really for that. For me, it was too heavy. Made my roots really greasy, really fast. Smelled really good. Wouldn't go out of my way to buy that or anything, but it was nice. It was nice for like the ends of my hair. The Aveeno Calm and Restore Triple Oat Serum. You know, is there a little left in here? I could not get that. There's like half of a use left in here and I cannot get it out. I bet if I get my little spatula, I could scrape it out. I think I might do that tonight actually, because I love this serum. I love it so much. This is what it looks like. It is a really good calming and restoring serum, just like the name suggests. I would use this on the days I would use retinol. I would use this on days when I was doing a little peel or something. And this always brought my skin back to home base, feeling comfortable, feeling refreshed and revitalized, and not like I just chemically exfoliated my skin or I'm putting on a retinol or something. It made it feel so good. I loved this a lot, a lot, a lot. I want to buy this again. I missed it when it was gone, but this packaging, let me take off this old part that's sticking on here. Okay, the packaging, awful. This dropper is awful. I have used this before, and this is my second bottle of this, and I hadn't used it for a long time in between bottles, so I thought maybe they fixed the packaging by then, but they have not. So it's a little dropper like this, but you have to pump it first and then open it. But it brings up like this much serum, so when you go to pump it out, it's like the size of like a lentil, like the tiniest little bit, like maybe a quinoa. The size of a quinoa is what you get with this serum. So I ended up just pouring it out into my hand like this. I loved this serum a lot. I loved it so much I will put up with this bad packaging. It was awesome. I would totally buy it again, and I think it's great for sensitive skin, or if you just want something that's comforting and nourishing with no real actives in it or anything. That one was lovely. Loved it a lot. Would repurchase. This is the RoC Retinol Correction Revive and Glow SPF 30 Moisturizer. This was like my winter SPF type thing, and it ran out just in time because now I'm at that point in the year where I like to put on a separate SPF, but this was so good. I was shocked at how good this was. It was so thin and lightweight on the skin. It felt like the nicest, wateriest, thin moisturizer, but it has SPF 30 in it also. You didn't have any white cast. It wore well under makeup, looked great on the skin, nice and dewy. This was awesome. This was so awesome. I couldn't believe how good the formula was. It was great, and it has vitamin C in it. I'm not gonna buy this anytime soon because I like to use a separate SPF in the summertime. But in the summertime, if I were to buy this again, I would use it just as my moisturizer and throw a separate sunscreen on, just because I like something a little more SPF 50 in the spring and summer and fall. But this was really, really good. I was shocked at how much I loved it. It was awesome. And it's in an airless pump. So every time you pump this, it like piece squirted out. Did you see that? Every time you pump this, it sucks the air out of here. So it sucks every little bit of moisturizer out of the container. It doesn't look that thin right now, but trust me, it's empty. This is awesome. I loved it. I would buy that again just to have it as a moisturizer because it was that good. I loved it a lot. All right, another little bag of Epsom salts, the Dr. Teal's Rosemary and Mint Epsom salt. I feel like I've talked about this one before. Did I use up another one of these already? It's not that heavy on the rosemary, which is what I wanted. I wanted to feel like I was sitting in a soup, like a delicious savory soup that I was just stewing in. This did not give me that. It was mostly just mint, but every time I used this one, I felt like an Olympic athlete because I'm like, it's for people that look like that to soak in and relax. I got cut off. I don't remember what I was saying, but I think I was talking about being an Olympic athlete, soaking my muscles all day in this wellness soak. But it's the same as any of their other Epsom salts. It might just have some different essential oils and stuff, but I loved this a lot. I would buy this one again. It was lovely. And so far, Dr. Teal's has been my favorite Epsom salt brand. And they're relatively affordable. I mean, you go through the pack so fast, especially if you're a regular bather. I was gonna say bath taker, and instead I said bather. Moving on. This is the little Schwarzkopf conditioning treatment that came with my hair color. It was good. I wish they would sell this conditioner on its own in a bottle because I really, really love this. It really does keep your hair color like looking nice and shiny. It only comes with like 3 uses though, depending on how long your hair is. But I would love if they would sell stuff like this in a separate thing so you could use it all the time as you have your hair color on because it fades really fast, you know? This was the number 7 Protect and Perfect Advanced Nourishing Hand and Nail Treatment. I was really excited about this. I've had this for a long time, probably a couple of years at this point. It's okay. If you know what the number 7 Protect and Perfect products smell like, this has that scent in it. It's very strong. It gave me a headache pretty much every single time I used it. And something I expect when something's called hand and nail, especially treatment, I am expecting it to make my nails and my cuticles and the skin around my nails look good. This never did that. It would just gather. If you have like the dry kind of skin on the side of your fingers or near your nails, I like a lotion that makes that look nice. This one just gathered all over it. It would never rub in. It looked so disgusting. I didn't like this very much. I didn't like the way it felt on my hands. It felt very waxy, which I know is like a nourishing kind of thing, but I wouldn't buy that again. It drove me nuts actually. I could not wait to finish it. I kept putting it away. Like I've had this thing for at least a year, if not longer. I would not buy that again in a million years. I used up the Biossance Squalane Vitamin C Rose Oil. I just kind of use this every night as a facial oil. There's like a tiny drop left in here. It was okay. It was okay. I didn't find that this really mixed well with my other products. And I like when an oil works well with your other skincare. This one really felt like it was a separate thing that I was trying to force onto my face. But it was really good for those nights that I didn't feel like doing all the steps. I would just put a few, like 1 or 2 dropperfuls of this onto my skin and massage it all in and throw moisturizer on. It was really good for that, but I wouldn't go out of my way to buy this one just for that use. It was fine. I'd welcome another little sample like this, but I wouldn't buy that in a full size. This, on the other hand, I freaking loved so much. This is from Symbiosis. It's the Hyaluronic Acid and Pululan Tightening and Resplendent Eye Mask. This took a long time to use up. I felt like I could never get to the end of this, but it was awesome. So as much as I was looking forward to using this up so I could open something else already, I didn't want this to run out because brands like this that come in subscription boxes are usually expensive, kind of like the Neostrata stuff. So I'm gonna guess that this is like an $80 eye cream. I feel like I looked this up last time because I mentioned this in a skincare I'm excited about video, and I'm pretty sure I looked it up and it was like $60 or something. It's so good. I love it. It says it's an eye mask, but it doesn't feel like you're putting on a super thick, heavy layer or anything. I use this day and night, just my regular eye cream. It was awesome. My under eyes had never looked better. I love this. I would love to buy this again, but I guarantee this is at least $50. And I have so many other eye creams to use, but this tippy top favorite. One of my favorite eye creams I've used in a long time, and I love eye cream. I love trying new ones. I loved this a lot. My eyes always felt nourished and hydrated. They look nice and plump. Loved it. Okay, there's the lid for that. Let's get the rest of this out so we can fly through it. This was a face scrub from Fourth Ray. This is their watermelon face polish. This was good. I actually loved this a lot and I considered repurchasing it, except when it got to like down here, I don't know if it's just because I kept this in the shower and it was getting hot all the time and like reactivating. I don't know, but I felt like every time this got really hot, it would melt or something, because the last few uses when I would go to squirt this out, all kinds of water would just come out. And I'm not storing this in a way where it collect water in the bottle, so I feel like just over time keeping it in the shower kind of compromised it a little bit. But I really liked the scrub. It was the perfect thing that I love. It reminded me a little of the Tree Hut face scrub, where it feels like microdermabrasion, so you got to be kind of gentle, but it works so good and your skin is so soft. It didn't leave residue behind. I liked this so much I did want to buy it again, but I kind of want to try something else. But I did like it a lot. We have, oh, speaking of retinol, this is the number 7 advanced 1.5% retinol complex. I really like this a lot. I do have another one already that I'm using. I love this. It's a great retinol. At least it works great for my skin. I see results. I use it every day, but then I was like, oh, I bet it's drying the crap out of my skin. So I started using it like once every 3 days, and I kind of use it just whenever, but I make sure I'm using it at least 3 to 4 times a week, and I love it a lot. Love it a lot. It never irritated my skin. It never made it feel dry or flaky or anything like that. I was able to get this up to like right here at the under eyes. I wouldn't try a retinol that's made for your face on my under eyes. I just feel kind of funny about it. But I was able to get pretty close without any irritation or anything or any dryness. This was great. Like I said, bought it again, never bothered my skin, saw some results, would buy it again, already did, loved it. Okay, this is the Peach and Lily Super Reboot Resurfacing Mask. I don't know, man. I didn't really see anything with this. I used it up, it was a little jar like this. It probably had 10 uses in it. My skin felt good afterwards, but it kind of felt the same as before. Like I didn't wash this off and feel like I had new skin or anything, although it was supposed to be like a resurfacing type of mask. It was fine, forgettable. Maybe it was just a little too gentle and I'm used to seeing results right away, who knows. But it says it has AHA, BHA, and blue agave to retexturize, soften, and give your skin a nice glow. I don't know. It didn't do much for me. Moving on. I used up 2 of these little bottles from Glow Recipe. This is the Watermelon Glow PHA BHA Pore Tight Toner. This product took me forever to figure out how to use it because I just didn't like it. I didn't like the scent. I never found out when to add it into my routine. I felt like it never mixed in with anything. Kind of the same as this Biossance oil. I felt like every time I'd use this, I was like fighting to get it on my skin. Like, get in there, everyone just mingle and be friends. This one never wanted to mingle and be friends with my other skincare until I started using it as my second step. So I would use a toner like this one here, and then I would put this one, pat it in my hands, and then put it on my skin with the other toners. I don't know why. I was using this with a cotton pad and trying to swipe it on my skin. It didn't work that way, but I found that using it as a toner, putting it in my hands, patting it all over my face worked really well. And I ended up really liking it. I thought this was good. I used both of these little guys up back to back. I would buy this in a full size, and I would be interested to see some more results from this from like a full size bottle. Took a while to get used to. I had this for a long time before I gave it another shot. I'm glad I did. I'm glad I figured out how to use it because I liked it. I thought it was good. It kept my skin feeling and looking really clean. And the goal with like pore tight things is really to keep your pores clean. That way they look smaller. Does that make sense? And I feel like this really did that in a nice gentle way that you could use it every single day. I used up the CosRx Advanced Snail Peptide Eye Cream. This was very, very lovely. I wouldn't buy this in a full size, would I? Would I buy this in a full size? I would buy this in a full size. Okay, I said it. I'll buy it in a full size. It was so moisturizing. So moisturizing and so mega ultra hydrating, but it felt like it sunk into my eyes, like into my bone, into my orbital bone. This was so lovely. I was saying I wouldn't buy it in a full size because this little sample took me forever to use up because a little went a long way. But I feel like this also might be a good bang for your buck if you bought the full size. It was good. It was really good. I know snail is supposed to be really good for your skin. Loved this a lot. It was a little guy, but it had a lot in it. And now that I'm seeing it, I'm like, oh, I want it again. I want it again. And I have 2 makeup items. As last but not least, the Cover FX Translucent Light. Okay, start over. The Cover FX Perfect Setting Powder in the shade Translucent Light. I've had this little guy for a long time. This is just the loose setting powder from Cover FX. It has one of these little stopper things here. I got a ton of use out of this. A little went a long way. The only thing I found with this, it was very easy to overdo it. And it would look very powdery if you overdid it. But for the most part, this was a beautiful, smooth, lovely, great powder. I liked it a lot. I feel like I'd buy this again in the far off future after I've used up some other powders and I want to rediscover this. I would probably go for like a small size like this if they still make a little one, because this took for freaking ever to use up and such a little went a long way. This was good. I would buy that again, but no time soon. And the last but not least, one of my favorite products ever, the Dior Backstage Flash Perfector Concealer. I have the shade 2N. This was the ultimate bang for your buck concealer. This had more product in it than any concealer that I've ever bought. It has 0.37 fluid ounces. I scraped this out with my little spatula. I got every single little bit out that I could. It comes with the best little brush applicator. It looks so good under the eyes. I would brush this all over my face. I regularly used this as just my one and done complexion thing. Such a thin, lightweight, but medium coverage concealer. It has that scent that the Backstage stuff has. If you don't like that, it has the same scent. I like it. I like that they keep the same scent through the line. It's so good. It's so freaking good. I can't believe how long this lasted. I used this every single day for at least six or more months, like every single day. And this thing, I think I had this for like 2 years and I would use it on and off all the time. And I really dedicated myself to it for like months and months and months. And it's awesome. It seemed like it was never going to run out. I'm kind of shocked I finally used it up. Miss it all the time. Would 100% buy this again. Great concealer. Love it so much. And I'm pretty sure this was in my yearly favorites for last year too. Oh, a mascara. Oh my gosh. Okay, one more makeup item. The Lash Sensational Sky High from Maybelline in the burgundy shade. I did use this up a lot quicker than I use up any mascara, but it was just the formula. It was a lot thicker. Like I can't even get this open. I can't even open it. Oh my God, there we go. It was a lot thicker than the regular Sky High formula is, and my suspicion is that it's the pigment in here. This is beautiful. This is so freaking good. I looked for it everywhere. I can't find it in store to buy it. If you have found the burgundy shade, let me know because I miss it all the time. I have many videos where I applied this mascara. I feel like it makes such a difference. And I was kind of worried, I guess, about it because I thought it was just gonna look brown or was just gonna look dark, but you can genuinely see the burgundy pigment in the mascara on your eyelashes. It makes all of your eyeshadow look different. It'll make your eyes pop in a different way. I loved this so much. The formula is a little different because it is a little thicker. I did use it up a lot quicker than I use up any mascara, but even if I had to buy this once a month, I would do it. I just can't find it. I just can't find it anywhere, but it's so freaking good. Okay, that is it. Those are all of the products I used up this month, way more than I thought, and a lot of good stuff, a lot of stuff that I would love to repurchase in the future. I don't think there were really any true duds here except this from number 7. I didn't really love this. And these shower steamers were just crapola. And maybe the hair mask. This probably wasn't something I would go out of my way to buy again. But I liked a ton of stuff I used up this month. Let me know if you've tried any of this stuff. What do you think about it? I would love to know. Let me know some products you emptied out this month. I would love to know. Perfect timing here because the sun is working its way down and it's gonna blind me here in a second. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe so you don't miss my next one, and I will see you later in another video. Goodbye.